The Swiss mountain range we've landed in may look like a chocolate box cover, but believe me, the tracks in this brand new cross-country venue are far from sweet or indulgent. Add to that a volatile mix of riders trying to peak for Paris and those pushing for World Cup glory, and we have a feast of action for you this weekend in Crans-Montana. It is round 5 of the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. Let's tuck in.
And they go green in Crans-Montana. It's a strong start for Steger down the centre. But alongside her in the red jersey, Alessandra Keller going bar to bar with Buck Peterson in the white and blue. Joining me in the commentary booth for this one, Ollie Beckinsale. Ollie, this start climb, absolutely crucial.
Yeah, we've got about 1.5 minute climb before we hit the single trail, and all these women are going to be dreaming and hoping for a good start.
Big smile there from Gwendolyn Gibson at the top of the class. To have somebody else's crash here this afternoon in Crans-Montana. Riders bunching up, slowing down. We saw carnage on this first Red Bull Roots and Rules descent. And look at Lecomte. Luana Lecomte pulling, disappearing. That Keller gets the speedway drift on. Look at Gibson down the outside, but Keller still gets down in front of her. Then it's Courtney.
Extremely slippery at the moment, but yeah, riders, they are able to ride on conditions like this. They are prepared, the bikes, the setup of the bikes, and here Buck Peterson coming down as well, foot out, balancing on our bike in a descent like this. A little bit of a small gear at the bottom, she missed the right one.
Keller now down into this big rut that's beginning to form at the bottom of this descent.
Not taking the roots on the right side of the screen for us. Yeah, it's too slippery, and the roots are probably too slippery as well.
Yeah, really fast on that side, but yeah, I have to make a big risk to jump that big route.
Yeah, you have to jump it a little bit, and hopefully that you don't slide down.
Yeah, it was really noticeable at the start of the week whenever the rain was really at its heaviest. We interviewed Luana Lecomte for a package we saw earlier in the broadcast, and she was so excited. She was absolutely loving it. And you don't have to think that far back to the World Cup finals in Mont Saint Anne at the end of last season. And she goes into this timber garden section for the first time.
The A-line. Wow.
Into this big rock garden section now. Lecomte goes for the B-line option. Big blind tip into there, Ollie, as well, isn't it?
Yeah, in this section it was had a lot of press this week, but it's ended up, we've got 4 lines, and it's really difficult because as you come here now, you see Buck Peterson riding, it's completely blind as you drop off through, and you have to climb right up to the lip, so the bike is a little unstable, but Buck Peterson making...
Difference, huh?
Yeah, Buck Peterson was often running before the bike's done. You just keep the momentum, those cyclocross skills that Peterson has.
Yeah, that's just a split second, but that makes a difference in speed. And that's how Buck Peterson comes back to Luana Lecomte at the moment. And also you can see how difficult it is to get back in the pedals.
Yep.
The leads are full of mud.
180 beats per minute for Buck Peterson then. As they head up this rail, you can see there isn't a smooth inch on the floor of this track. It's really just surface getting really dug up now. Loads of roots coming out of it, loads of holes forming. Super difficult riding.
Yeah, really difficult, and to make sections like these with a 180 heartbeat makes it so difficult.
And this section now, really hard. We saw the U23s, it's hard to ride, and then you have to do this drop in and then a turn. All these sections pieced together, and if you make a mistake on one and stall, it then affects the next one. You get this...
At the front, they are all together again. Luana Lecomte is back in front of Buck Peterson, who is sprinting up this climb.
I think we're going to see this all day. One rider makes a mistake, the other gets a gap, and then quite quickly the tables are turned. Such difficult conditions out there.
Interesting to see what Keller does once she gets back onto the back of this leading two. Buck Peterson remounts then.
Yeah, riders coming into that Timberwood section. And let's see what Buck does right now. She hasn't done that A-line.
Luana Lecomte then retakes the lead off the race at the top of that climb ahead of Buck Peterson.
Yeah, constantly changes positions.
And straight away lifts the pace, Lecomte.
Yeah, you can see also Buck problems with her pedals.
Can't get
getting her
back
cleats in. Pushing hard with her legs.
She cannot get clipped back in. Buck Peterson, as she tips into this C-line, unclips her other foot. Keller now through to second place ahead of Buck Peterson. That C-line and not being able to clip in, just costing her time.
But you have to deal with it, and it's not that. It also depends. Yeah, your own feeling that moment, the position where you are.
I think a big thing I say about it is the position and where you are. Psychologically, if you're having a good day, you can cope with problems.
Yeah.
It's when you're having a bad ride, that's when you spit your dummy out a little bit.
Yeah, and if you have a small gap with a rider who is behind you, and you can play a little bit with your heart rate, that always helps.
Lecomte just getting the small gap on Keller. Lecomte just that little bit more confident on the descents. But Keller's got that kind of diesel power. The engine on those long climbs can grind it out.
Yeah, there's not that much in between Lecomte and Keller. I think Lecomte a bit faster on the descents. But Keller, like you said, yeah, a very strong and powerful rider.
Petersen, 47 seconds back now.
And this is key, that Keller can just see Lecomte in the open sections. If Lecomte can just get another 5 or even 10 seconds, that will just mean she's just a bit out of sight.
For Luana Lecomte, that is one nailed descent, isn't it? If she just puts one together, and maybe Keller bobbles slightly somewhere.
And there's even gap back to Petersen as well.
This one is balanced on a knife edge in the mud here in Crom, Montana.
But the last lap time of Luana Lecomte, 14:30, was quite fast actually, compared to these other riders. 14:50 for Alessandra Keller, and 14:51 for Puk Petersen. And then all these other riders, 15+ minutes.
Yeah, you just need, on this course, like I said, everyone's going to have an issue or problem at some point, and that's 10 seconds you can blow straight away.
We see Jen Jackson tipping it in. Oh, that's a big slam for Jackson. In action, and then we are back for one of our busiest weeks of the year with downhill and cross-country racing right here at the Whoop UCI Mountain Bike World Series on probably a venue that hosts two of the most formidable tracks in both disciplines, Ligier. Lecomte, Keller, Petersen, Stigo, your top 4 currently. Oh, you can see how miserable that climb has become.
It's just trying to keep the momentum, keep finding that grip.
It looks really greasy through there as well. Just that there's still a lot of moisture in the soil.
This is this great line that Keller does. Comes up high, stays on the bike. Everyone else has to get on and run and then jump back on, and she just cuts up high. So she goes, takes a slower line initially, but then it saves a lot of time. So really smart riding.
Slow in, fast out.
What it's all about, right?
Yeah, well,
It's
a huge,
the last
huge
test.
race. A huge race in Ligier. One that all the French riders want to win in front of an absolutely phenomenal crowd.
Drops into the Red Bull roots and rolls last time.
The final descent then for Luana Lecomte.
Perfect on her bike.
Yeah, about as carefully as she's taken it all race. The smile beginning to spread already on her face. Up the final little punch and out onto the asphalt.
But that one descent and into that next climb, that pretty much sums up Lecomte's performance today. Precision, technically skilled.
Here we go then. Luana Lecomte heads up towards the start-finish line. The 250th UCI Cross Country World Cup is going to go to the French woman, winning her 3rd race at elite level in Switzerland, winning her 10th UCI World Cup at elite level. Luana Lecomte heads towards the line and takes the win for Canyon Collective. What a turnaround in form from this woman. Luana Lecomte wins in Crom, Montana. Alessandra Keller.
Hometown race, 2nd place.
The cowbells ring out. Alessandra Keller 2nd at her home round. The Swiss national champion for Thomas Max and Swiss MTB Racing. Home in 2nd, just as she was in the short track, but a successful weekend and a huge amount of points for Alessandra Keller in both overalls this weekend. Job well done. more importantly, a great performance on the bike, Ollie.
Yeah, I mean, I say, I love her riding style, always gets stuck in, never gives up. Today was a classic, just drifting off Lecomte the whole time, but yeah, doing a great job in second place.
Well, the winner of the Short Track World Cup earlier in the weekend, Puk Pieterse for Alpecin de Koning, home in third place. She had two absolutely phenomenal performances up the road from her today, but there's a smile. Puk Pieterse, 178 beats per minute, crosses the line. Third place today for Puk Pieterse. So it's Lecomte from Keller, Pieterse the breakaway top three, then Steger, Richards, Kohler, Boe, Indergant, Fry, Samara Maxwell in 10th, 6 minutes covered.
Luana Lecomte, what a performance, what a welcome back to the top of the podium. Tell us how that feels right now.
It's good to be back, and I know it was the process, but sometimes it's very hard to continue to trust the process, because I had a lot of time when I was very done. So now I know I can trust my coach and trust the process, and I'm very happy. So, and I heard a lot of things about this track. So to be honest, it's a really good track. I love this track, and even if we had a dry track, it's a real mountain bike with a lot of technical parts, steep climbs, steep downhill, a lot of physical parts like the first climb, and can't wait to be next year for the World Championships.
You've enjoyed yourself all week. You enjoyed the practice, you enjoyed the technicality, you've enjoyed the mud. How important was that to this performance today?
I think the secret is just to be happy and to have fun when on the bike, and it's what I want to do. And yes, I can't believe it. I want to win, but I didn't know if it was possible today. So no, I'm very happy, and can't wait for this summer big goal.
Incredible performance. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lecomte, Keller, Pieterse, Steger and Richards